and silence your phone. We'd also like to inform you that the ceremony is being streamed live and recorded with a photographer with fully documented this wonderful evening, so you may focus completely on enjoying the event. Thank you very much for that. In just a moment, our graduates will be coming out, so please find your seat, hang tight, and we'll begin within 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, welcome families, friends, graduates, and our distinguished guests. We'd like to recognize our distinguished guests that are with us tonight. United States Consul General to the Kingdom of Morocco, Mrs. Marissa D. Scott. The Governor of the thank you, there we go, yes. The Governor of the Province of Medunia, His Excellency, Mr. Shagaf. The Provincial Director of the Provincial Office of the Ministry of National Education and Sports of Ain Shok, Latifa Lamleaf. Executive Director of the American Chamber of Commerce in Morocco, Rabia El Alama. And founder of the IDMAJ Association, Babakar Mazouz. Of course, we'd like to welcome our board members and our former members as well. Welcome everybody to the Casablanca American Schools Commencement Ceremony honoring the graduating class of 2025. My name is Rick Vandenboom and I serve as the upper school principal here at CAS. We would like to formally welcome all of you to our commencement ceremony for the class of 2025. And it's with great pleasure that we will watch 45 of our students become graduates and alumni of Casablanca American School. Please show respect for our graduates and their families by silencing your mobile phones at this time and refrain from talking during the ceremony. Just a reminder that a professional photographer will be thoroughly documenting this occasion. The collection of photographs as well as a video will be made available to graduates and their family members free of cost after the event. Additionally, we please ask you to remain in your seat during the event and do not approach the stage, please. A total of 45 graduates are here tonight, and we're here to celebrate their graduation from high school, an important rite of passage for the individuals who will soon be seated before you. Please rise for the entrance of the class of 2025. Please remain standing. Thank you for your flexibility. For the national anthems of Morocco and the United States of America, presented by Hasna and Fatima Zahra Boukas.
Pardon? Sorry? Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. منبت الأحرار مشرق الأنوار منتدى السؤدد وحما دمت منتدى وحما عشت في الأوطان للعلا عنوان
ملء كل جنان، ذكرى كل لسان، بالروح بالجسد هب فتاك، لب نداك، في فمي وفي ذمي هواك ثرى نور ونار. إخوتي هيا للعلا سعيا، نشهد الدنيا أن هنا نحيا بشعر الله الوطن الملك. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, if proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our invocation. Fadi Baga, delivering the Arabic invocation, Lilia Lalu, who will deliver our French invocation, and Sophia Scherenberg, who will deliver the Spanish invocation.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي علم بالقلم، علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم، وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على من بعثه الله رحمة للعالمين، سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أيها الحضور الكرام، أساتذتنا الأجلاء، أولياء الأمور الأعزاء، زملائي الخريجون والخريجات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. في هذا اليوم المميز الذي نسطر فيه نهاية مرحلة وبداية أخرى، نجتمع معا لنحتفل بثمار نضجت وبجهود أثمرت وبخطى سارت بعزم وثبات نحو النجاح والتميز. نجتمع معا اليوم لنقول بصوت واحد: لقد وصلنا بعد أعوام من التحدي، من السهر والمثابرة، من التعلم والنمو، من الأخطاء والدروس، حتى بات لكل منا قصة تستحق أن تروى. أود أولاً أن أوجه تحية تقدير وإجلال لأهل الفضل، إلى الآباء والأمهات الذين غامرونا بحبهم وسندونا بتضحيتهم، وكانت دعواتهم وقودنا في الأيام الصعبة، وإلى معلمينا الأفاضل منارة دربنا، من علمونا كيف نفكر وكيف نبحث وكيف نحترم العالم وكيف نعتز بالهوية. أفراد دفعتنا هذا العام، أقول لكم: لقد كنتم خير رفقة في درب التعليم ومصدر إلهام في التعاون والتفهيم. ورغم أن صف اللغة العربية ضم 4 طلاب فقط، إلا أن كانت تجربتنا كانت غنية لا تنسى، مليئة بالحوار عن الأهداف والتحديات الفكرية واللحظات التي شكلت شخصيتنا. كانت 2 من التعلم العميق والنمو الشخصي، وأنا ممتن لهذه الرحلة الفريدة. وفي لحظات كهذه لا يسعني إلا أن أعبر عن امتناني العميق لعائلتي الحبيبة، وخاصة لأمي وأبي سندي الحقيقي في هذه الحياة الدنيا، ولأصدقائي الذين كانوا مصدر دعم وبهجة في كل خطوة. وأخيرا، ونحن نودع هذه المرحلة، نرفع أكف الدعاء إلى الله العلي القدير أن يرزقنا التوفيق في القادم من الأيام، وأن يرفع الظلم عن كل مظلوم، وأن يعم السلام ربوع فلسطين الحبيبة والعالم أجمع. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
Chers parents, membres du conseil d'administration, monsieur le directeur, monsieur le principal, chers professeurs, chers camarades et amis de la promotion 2025. Aujourd'hui marque l'aboutissement d'un long parcours. C'est le fruit d'années de travail, de persévérance, de remise en question, mais aussi de progrès et d'expériences partagées. Nous y sommes. Ce jour symbolise la fin d'un cycle important, celui de notre formation et le passage vers une nouvelle étape, pleine d'opportunités, de responsabilités. Tout ce que nous avons construit jusqu'ici prend aujourd'hui toute sa valeur. Nelson Mandela a dit « Si vous parlez à un homme dans une langue qu'il comprend, vous parlez à sa tête. Si vous lui parlez dans sa langue, vous parlez à son cœur. » Aujourd'hui, alors que nous célébrons la fin d'un parcours exigeant, cette citation prend tout son sens. En effet, être bilingue, voire trilingue, ce n'est pas simplement pouvoir traduire des mots, c'est comprendre les nuances, les références culturelles, les émotions derrière les phrases. C'est pouvoir établir un vrai dialogue, un dialogue qui va au-delà des mots. Le programme du baccalauréat international, que nous avons eu la chance de suivre, place cette idée au cœur de son approche. Notre école, à travers le programme BI, nous a transmis bien plus que des compétences linguistiques. Elle nous a donné les repères pour collaborer dans un environnement multiculturel et pour nous exprimer avec rigueur en anglais, en français ou encore en arabe. Au fil de nos cours, que ce soit en langue A, en français B ou en AB initiaux, nous avons abordé des thèmes qui dépassent les frontières, l'identité, la justice ou les relations humaines pour n'en citer que quelques-uns. Nous avons découvert à quel point la langue est bien plus qu'un outil de communication, c'est un prisme à travers lequel nous percevons le monde, une clé pour comprendre l'autre. Et c'est en réfléchissant et en écoutant que nous avons affiné notre pensée et développé une sensibilité nouvelle à la complexité du monde qui nous entoure. Parce qu'en fin de compte, ce n'est pas simplement ce que nous savons qui compte, mais la manière dont nous choisissons de le dire, et surtout dans quelle langue nous choisissons de nous adresser au cœur des autres. Et si nous sommes arrivés jusqu'ici, c'est aussi grâce à celles et ceux qui nous ont soutenus sans relâche. À vous, chers professeurs, Madame Tangi, Madame Erkobi, et chères familles, merci. Merci pour votre présence, votre confiance, vos sacrifices, souvent invisibles mais toujours ressentis. Vous avez été cette force qui nous a permis de tenir, d'avancer et de croire en nous. Alors à vous et à toute la promotion 2025, bravo. On l'a fait et ce n'est que le début d'un nouveau chapitre.
Buenas tardes a todos. Clase de 2025, profesores, directores, familias, invitados y amigos. Bienvenidos a la graduación de la clase de 2025. Es un honor hablar frente a ustedes en este día tan especial. Hoy no solo celebramos el fin de una etapa, sino también todo lo que hemos aprendido a lo largo de estos años. En nuestra escuela no solo estudiamos materias o pasamos los exámenes, aprendimos a convivir con personas de diferentes culturas, a respetar otras ideas y a expresarnos en más de un idioma. Ser bilingües en inglés y en español es una herramienta poderosa. Nos permite comunicarnos con más personas, entender distintas formas de ver el mundo y tener más oportunidades en el futuro. Hablar dos idiomas no es solo traducir palabras, es tener el poder de conectar con el corazón de otras culturas. Nuestra comunidad es un reflejo del mundo actual, diverso, internacional y lleno de posibilidades. Aquí, en esta escuela, hemos aprendido a ser ciudadanos del mundo. Aprendimos a trabajar en equipo con personas de diferentes orígenes, a pensar globalmente y a actuar con empatía y responsabilidad. Cada uno de nosotros viene de una historia diferente, pero aquí encontramos un lugar donde todos somos bienvenidos. Esta diversidad nos une y nos hace más fuerte. Antes de terminar, quiero tomar un momento para agradecer. Me gustaría agradecer a mi querida profesora de español, la señora Camarena. Gracias por su paciencia, por su apoyo y por enseñarme con tanta dedicación. Sin usted no tendría el nivel de español que tengo hoy. Y también quiero agradecer a mis amigos y amigas que han sido una parte muy importante de este camino. Gracias por todas las risas, su compañía y los recuerdos infinitos. A la clase de 2025. Este es solo el comienzo. Estoy muy orgullosa de lo que hemos logrado juntos y sé que el futuro nos va a traer muchas cosas buenas. Y por último, quiero dar las gracias a la persona más importante de mi vida, mi madre. Gracias por tu amor, por tu apoyo incondicional y por creer en mí incluso cuando yo dudaba. Todo lo que soy te lo debo a ti. Gracias a todos por estar aquí, and shout out to my girls, love you.
The salutatorian is a student in the senior class that is the second highest ranked student, and you'll soon see this student possesses a drive, passion, and maturity that will continue to push her to the top of the line. Please help me welcome to the podium our 2025 salutatorian, Rita Benani.
One second. Good evening, beloved faculty and staff, honored guests, cherished family and friends, and to the unforgettable class of 2025. What an incredible honor it is to stand before you today, not just as your salutatorian, but as a proud member of a class that shared so much laughter, late nights, challenges, triumphs, and growth. As we gather on this momentous day, I want to speak not only about what it is we have achieved, but also the meaning of what lies ahead. If life were a book, as cliche as it sounds, then high school has been our most vivid chapter so far. And yes, to be honest, there were moments we seriously wanted to skip ahead. IB exams, group projects that tested our last nerve, when managed back crashed and took all of our sanity with it, or even those legendary weeks where every single teacher assigned a major deadline, insisting, "You have plenty of time," which roughly translated to, "You will not sleep." But between the panic and the pressure, we found something truly rare: each other, our people, our story. CAS has been far greater than just a building. For many of us, it's been a second home for 14 years. Today, as I look around, I see countless familiar faces, each unique, yet bound together like family. Within these very walls, we've been challenged to think beyond the obvious and encouraged to lift each other up. Class of 2025, we are many, many things. We are known as the generation that grew up with Wi-Fi, watched the world change in real time, and mastered the art of switching between Shakespeare and Snapchat without even missing a beat. We've laughed until we cried and cried until we laughed. But most importantly, above all, we are resilient. We've survived the pandemic, personal trials, a lot of uncertainty. And still here we are, standing, smiling, ready. But none of this happened in isolation. Look around, we didn't get here alone. Every seat holds a story of sacrifice, of parents who saw something in us before we even saw it ourselves. We, the class of 2025, have been pushing ourselves, not just for our future, but for our parents, the ones who never gave up on us. So if you're a parent in the audience, please rise. Don't be shy. To our teachers, thank you for igniting our curiosity, for asking more of us when we didn't think we had more to give. I remember every single teacher I've had, all the way back to Miss Eileen, who was remembered just as affectionately by my brother's class of 2004. To our families, thank you for cheering us on, even when you had no idea what Criterion B really meant. To be honest, neither did we. For staying up late, for forgiving the relentless mood swings, and most of all, for loving us unconditionally. And of course, to our friends who reminded us to find joy amid stress. How fortunate we are to have known a kind of closeness and love that makes saying goodbye so difficult. Now, there are way too many shared moments to count, and it would be impossible to mention them all. So for the sake of time, let's pause to remember just a few that we all hold dearly. The unforgettable Maysack chirps where we all lost our voices cheering and still debated after midnight. The religiously regular hangout at Gina's house where we would equally lose our voices. Our TOK classes with Mr. Hunter where, how do you know what you know, became both a serious question and a running joke. And of course, all of our inside jokes, so specific, they probably wouldn't make sense to anyone else but us, but that's what makes them so special. And now, if you'll allow me a moment, I'd like to thank my own family. I'm deeply grateful for my father, whose love was always felt. He's the kind of man who carried his world and ours on his shoulders, sometimes quite literally. He used to tell us these wildly exaggerated stories of his beginnings, perhaps to make us laugh, perhaps not, but the message always stuck. Success only feels real when you truly earn it. Baba kan mo chailik. To my 3 eldest brother, thank you for showing me by example how I deserve to be treated, with patience, love, and respect. You let me rant, argue, be dramatic, and lovingly refuse to argue back. Well, at least most of the time. Thank you for being my first role models and for letting your little sister think she was always right. And to my mother, how do I thank the woman who taught me to live with my whole heart? I promised I wouldn't cry. You filled our house with love with the voices of Kulthum, Celine Dion, and Whitney Houston, and your own, more beautiful than all of them combined. As Dad always says, especially after that one trip to Rome, a day with Saida is like 3 days in one. You taught me to take up space with joy and to lead with love. Everything I am and everything I hope to become begins and ends with you. Thank you, Mama, for being my compass and frankly, my everything. Thank you. And lastly, to the one I miss most, my grandfather, Basije. My grandfather was the best man I have ever known. Strong without needing to prove it, and generous without expecting anything in return. And by his side was my grandmother standing here today, his equal in every single way. I'm sure my grandfather is watching over us now, probably with that proud, familiar grin of his, and I hope he knows how much of who I am is thanks to him. These incredible people have taught me that success isn't about being seen. It's about doing what's right even when no one else is watching. And now it's our turn, because today it's not only about what we've achieved, it's about what we'll do with it. We stand not at the finish line, but at the threshold of everything. And while I know it's tempting to picture the future as something cinematic, life rarely plays out like it does in music. It's complex, it humbles us, it demands patience when all we want is speed. Still, I believe in us. Class of 2025, we are artists, engineers, storytellers, caretakers, and dreamers, all in our own rights. And wherever the road takes us, places we've yet to imagine, we carry Morocco with us. We are the proud custodians of Morocco's legacy, a nation defined by history and hearts. But we also carry with us this very institution, CAS, this place that first taught us to dream big. Our stories are just the beginning, and yet they're already quite extraordinary. So as we step out of this chapter into the next, I hope we carry its best lessons with us. Take with you the courage to begin again, even if it's hard. Take with you the strength to say no in a world that pressures you to say yes. Take with you laughter because it heals. Take with you humility because it builds. And above all, take with you the will to live fully. Let the world feel like a day with you is 3 days in one. So keep your wonder, stay ambitious, stay curious, stay kind. In gratitude and love, I end. CAS, you have truly been a friend. Thank you and congratulations.
It's my great pleasure to introduce the director at Casablanca American International School. Mr. Burns began his tenure at the beginning of May and has added Morocco to the list of many countries he has served as director of many international schools. Let's give a big warm welcome and a good day to the director of Casablanca American School, Mr. John Burns.
Welcome. Welcome grade 12 students, Casablanca American School community, dignitaries and special guests. The grade 12 graduation ceremony is the highlight of any school year. I'm so pleased to be here. It's only a month, but I am your new school director. In speaking to school parents across all grades in these early weeks, I've learnt that many of you have the very same goal: for the school to support your children to be academically successful, to graduate, and then move on to university, followed by an exciting career. As a school director, I'm probably the first person to talk about academics, exams, results, and grades. They're all massively important at CAS, as over 90% of our students aim to graduate and go on to university. Every time we enrol a student, we take on this huge responsibility. At CAS, we work very hard in this area and aim not to fail. CAS above world average IB diploma results and the impressive list of university offers that the students have amassed is evidence that we are achieving this important goal. The class of 2025 is 45 students. They've accumulated a total of 188 university offers, 18 of which are from the top 50 ranked universities worldwide. This includes an 87% acceptance rate on all applications lodged with universities. This is all quite outstanding. So I congratulate the grade 12 students on what is a very successful school year. I'd like to take the opportunity to recognise and thank our upper school principal, Mr. Van den Boom, for his commitment, leadership and guidance of the grade 12 class 2025. Sincerely, thank you. I'd also like to thank the IB diploma leaders, all the IB teachers and support staff for working so hard with each of the grade 12 students. As a team, this has been accomplished with great enthusiasm, dedication and precision. Thank you to everyone on staff for having the students' learning, success and happiness in mind. Grade 12 parents. This afternoon, this is your graduation ceremony as well. Parents, congratulations, you too have made it. We often talk about the students' grade 12 stress levels, anxiety, the students' well-being, but I often think, what about the parents too? I know the mums and dads have had a huge year. It includes pressure, big decisions, planning for the future. You've done such a great job as well. Parents, you should feel very proud of these young adults for what they've achieved and for who they've become. Parents, we thank you for your role and your partnership with the school and staff. This connection has added greatly to the students' success. Thank you for trusting CAS with your students, and thank you for being part of this vibrant community. So graduates, as our future doctors and lawyers, politicians, economists, environmentalists, authors, artists, and of course, international community members. Our planet will need you all. In fact, it'll be yours to lead. Please be better than my generation. Grade 12, absolutely no pressure at all. Graduates, your learning and hard work here at school has you now ready to move on. Ahead of you, new cities, new learning, great opportunities, new friends, and a whole lot of fun. Grade 12, you remain part of CAS forever, but today you become alumni. You'll always be welcome here, and please visit us often. We're here, you'll remain our friends, and we'll always have your back. On behalf of the entire school community, best wishes for your very bright futures, good luck, and please stay happy. Please enjoy your special day today, your evening ahead, and I hear a little bit about the early hours of the morning. Thank you for attending the CAS Grade 12 Graduation Ceremony 2025. I got a cheer, that was nice. It's now my honour to welcome our commencement speaker, Ms. Marissa Scott, US Consul General to Casablanca, Morocco. Ms. Scott is a career diplomat who has dedicated her service to the public with 7 assignments across Africa and the Dominican Republic. She provides a great commitment to strengthening international partnerships and in particular supports the US-Morocco relationship, commercial initiatives, cultural programs, and of course, education. Ms. Scott holds degrees in English, Spanish, and international relations from Syracuse University's Maxwell School, along with advanced certificates in conflict resolution and strategic communications. Most importantly, very importantly, she's a mum of 3 children, and we're very proud to say a wonderful CAS parent. Please join me in welcoming US Consul General, Ms. Marissa Scott. So pleased to have you.
Thank you, Director Burns. To the Governor of Medunia, again, to Director Burns, Principal Vandenboom, the board, and to Board President Omar Lafura, to the parents, and of course, the illustrious class of 2025. Thank you for having me. I stand before you today in awe, not just because today marks a milestone in your journey, but because of the sheer resilience, courage, and spirit that each of you carries. You are not just a graduating class. You are a testament of endurance, proof that even in the face of uncertainty, strength prevails. And the world didn't make it easy for you. When you were in junior high, the COVID pandemic swept across the globe, altering life as we all knew it. Schools closed, streets emptied, the world changed. You had to adapt, learning over screens, finding new ways to connect, making sense of a world that seemed to shift underneath your feet. And just when you thought you had stepped back into some version of normalcy, the Al Hawz earthquake struck Morocco as you entered high school, reminding you of the unpredictable nature of life, teaching you lessons of compassion, rebuilding, and perseverance. These moments could have defined you in hardship alone, but they didn't. Instead, you defined them. You took adversity and turned it into resilience. You learned how to pivot when plans changed, how to find strength when it seemed depleted, and how to support one another. Just as the girls, the Salutatorian, had a squad here. I love that. You learn how to find strength and support one another when the weight felt heavy. And today, you stand not just as graduates, but as architects of your own endurance. As you step forward into the world beyond these halls, understand this: adversity will not cease. Challenges will emerge. The world will continue to evolve, as we are seeing today. And sometimes it will inspire you. In some ways, it will test you. It will test your limits. You have already proven that you are equipped to navigate it. Think about the technological advancements you've witnessed in just the past few years. AI has evolved rapidly, changing the way we interact, create, and innovate. Some fear it, some embrace it, but you, the class that has lived through history, know that the future is not something to run from, but something to shape. AI is only a tool. The human mind, the human heart, your ingenuity, your empathy will always be the force that wills it for progress. So I ask you today, what will you create? What will you stand for? How will you take everything you've endured and turn it into something meaningful for the world that awaits? The future will not be handed to you. It will be built by you. But it will only be built by you if you let your light shine and not diminish what the world needs, must gain from you. A barrister in the UK, Dr. Tunde Okowale, explains it like this, as justified silence. What you keep quiet may be the very thing the world was waiting to hear. Self-sabotage is rarely loud. It's quiet, familiar, justified by habit, and the most dangerous kind. It doesn't feel like sabotage at all. It looks like not putting yourself forward for opportunities, leaving brilliance until the last minute, then submitting something rushed, telling yourself, I'm not ready, when really you're afraid of what happens when you actually say yes. I've lived this, hidden in plain sight. Let others believe that I was just doing fine while downplaying my own light to stay comfortable in the shade. We call it humility. We dress it up as standards. But deep down, it's often fear wearing a mask. Fear of being judged too soon. Fear of being labeled as too much. Fear of being seen and still not being chosen. We're taught to wait until we're polished before we present ourselves, to delay until we're perfect, to whisper in rooms that we were born to speak in. But excellence doesn't evolve in silence. It grows in the open, in motion, and in full view. And here's the truth I had to learn the hard way. If you wait to be discovered, you risk being dismissed. They can't reward what you refuse to reveal. Visibility isn't vanity. It's stewardship. You're not asked to be praised. You're asked to be used where your gift makes a difference. When you deny your readiness, you delay your rise. And while you rehearse your worth in private, someone else is walking into the space that was built for you. Here's what I've learned and what I hope helps you reclaim your power. Perfection is a moving goalpost. Start anyway. Growth doesn't come from hiding, it comes from motion. Your work won't speak in a silent room. Speak up, share it, stand behind it with clarity and not apology. Last-minute excellence is still self-betrayal. Honor your ability with time, not just adrenaline. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Playing small won't protect your peace. It will cost you your purpose. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to be willing. Preparedness builds confidence, and confidence attracts opportunity. Stop calling it humility. It's just fear. Stop calling it standards. It's just avoidance. Your gift deserves to be seen, because even a lighthouse can't guide the way if it stays unlit. Show up, speak, step forward, not for applause, but for alignment, because no one can reward what you refuse to reveal. You are the class of 2025. You are not just survivors of pandemics and disasters. You are visionaries, builders, dreamers, and leaders. And today, as you cross the stage, you are stepping boldly into the future that only you can define. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go forward with courage and never stop building.
Now for the presentation of awards. We're proud of all of our graduates, and many of them have reached a level of achievement that deserves recognition. For our first student award goes to our student athletes. Mr. Gandhi, if you could join me on stage briefly. Thank you. The Student Athlete Award is given to an outstanding male or female athlete. The recipient of the award must have participated in the school athletic program throughout the year while maintaining satisfactory academic achievement. In addition, they must have displayed leadership, good sportsmanship, a positive attitude, and willingness to contribute to the CAS programs and academic program. This year's Student Athlete Awards goes to William Ashur and Camille Sakat. Our next award is the Ann Healy Osmond Director's Award for Excellence in the Performing or Visual Arts. The recipient of this award must demonstrate talent and technical skill, be passionate about his or her art, be self-motivated and disciplined to plan and complete tasks, and be able to work independently and collaboratively. This year's award goes to Dina Tazi. Our next award is the Creativity Award. This is given to the student who works creatively in any or of all the various disciplines, not only in the fine arts. It's the active engagement in the work along with the unusual talent of being imaginative that marks this creative student. This year's award goes to Habiba Nasrullah. The Citizenship Award is presented to a student who is a positive force in creating a healthy learning atmosphere, shows respect for adults, peers, and school property, is helpful inside and outside the classroom, and is a good role model for others at CAS. This year's award goes to Rania Elraq. The Faculty Award is given to the student who adds a positive spirit at school, adds cheer despite pressures and stress, shows respect for human dignity, and sets a good example to us all without drawing attention to oneself. This year's award goes to Mia Ben Musa. The American Citizenship Award is given to a student who participates in school or community service, shows a positive attitude towards classmates, school, and community, displays an understanding and appreciation for civic responsibility, possesses strength of character and courage, and promotes citizenship within their school. This year's award goes to Mehmet Topal. All right, the Academic Achievement Award honors students who have a well-rounded body of knowledge and displayed mastery of our standards of 5s and above in all subjects with a maximum of 1 4 in each trimester. This year's awards go to the following: Mohammed Fadi Baghal, Rania El Orak, Khadija Fadil, Alia Kabaj, Lilia Lalu, Miriam Moan, and Mohammed Amin Riyadi. Okay, now it's time for the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. This honors a student who has a well-rounded body of knowledge by having displayed mastery of standards 5 and above in all subjects in all 3 trimesters. This year's awards go to Mia Ben Musa, Rita Banani, Bilal Shabani, Noor El Barde, Fatima Zara Fanish, Adam Murray, Habiba Nasrullah, Reda Idris Unajar, and Camille Sakat, Dina Tazi, and Mehmet Topal. Okay, and next is our Presidential Award. I'd like to ask Ms. Beveridge from the lower school and Robin from the U.S. Consulate to help deliver this, along with Mr. Burns as well. Thank you. The President's Award for Educational Achievement is sponsored by the U.S. Department of Education. The purpose of this award is to recognize students who show outstanding educational growth, improvement, and commitment, or intellectual development in their academic subjects. Recipients of this year's Presidential Award for Academic Achievement are Ayman Kosal. Abdul Rahman Mozahir. Sarah Spiro. Good job. Zhen Yang Wang. The recipients of the Presidential Award for Excellence, Mia Ben Musa. Rita Benani. I got you. Habiba Nasrullah. Dina Tazi. And Mehmet Topal. Okay, at this time, our awards have concluded. I would like to ask to come to the stage Alia, Mia, and Hussam to come up to the stage to present the Student's Choice for a Teacher Appreciation Award and Teacher Speech.
We usually measure good teaching by content or how well we do on a test, but I've come to learn that the teachers who impact us most, both academically and in our everyday lives, do far more. After every IB exam, she was always there outside the door waiting for us, ready to ask how it went, and somehow already knew who needed a hug before we even said a word.
She has always loved loudly and reminded us to live beyond the life we have at school. Thank you for defending our interests, standing up for us, but most importantly, doing the parts of the job no description ever includes. Thank you for caring. Thus,
We would like to present the award for the Senior Class Teacher Appreciation
Award,
to Mrs. Hunter.
So for our class speaker, we have chosen a teacher that has gone through thick and thin with us, a teacher that has laughed with us and has cried with us, a teacher that has given us so many lectures and has shouted at us and has even given us advice. But most importantly, he was with us since the start. I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Mahfoud Louafi. Thank you.
Bismillah, salatu wa salamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Distinguished guests, dear colleagues, proud parents, and above all, our graduating seniors. We gathered here today to celebrate a miracle. No, I'm not talking about graduation. I'm talking about the fact that you made it here in time, in full dress code, without losing your graduation cap or your tassel. That alone deserves applause. Tonight is a night of mixed emotions: joy, pride, nostalgia, and perhaps even a bit of disbelief. Can you believe this moment is finally here? Yes, we're all here. You made it. We made it. And by we, I mean your teachers, who have aged approximately 10 years over the course of this academic year. Some of us now speak fluently okay. Others have developed a nervous twitch every time they hear the words, "Is this formative or summative?" Well, looking at you, I don't just see graduates in gowns. I see little ones running through the school playground. I see curious eyes in nursery, eager minds in primary, confident middle schoolers, and now high school graduates. You have grown together, not just side by side, but hand in hand. Through laughter, group projects, whispered secrets, silly jokes, and yes, even through tears and late night study sessions, you have become more than classmates. You've become family. This year has been intense, emotional, challenging. At times, it felt less like school and more like a reality TV show, Survivor IB edition. Life sometimes threw its challenges, and there were days when it all felt like too much. But you didn't give up. You leaned on each other. You moved forward. That is what makes tonight even more special. As I said, some of you have known each other since nursery, which means you've been together longer than some celebrity marriages. That's impressive. Others joined along the way, bringing their own stories, cultures, snacks to the mix, and making this class a truly global community. To our international students, you have brought so much to this class from your heart. Is not something we manage, it's something we celebrate. As you all step into your next chapter of your lives, universities, careers, travels, I want to remind you of something important: who you are and where you come from. You are the sons and daughters of Morocco, a country rich in history, culture, and heart, a country that has always embraced both tradition and openness. You carry with you the values of this beautiful country: hospitality, humility, community. The kind of country where strangers greet each other like family, and where coming for tea means you're staying for couscous and maybe getting adopted. Morocco has taught us that being Arab, Amazigh, Muslim, and modern is not a contradiction, it's a harmony. You're a generation that knows how to debate in English, crack jokes in French, and still switch to Darija when asked for a higher grade. That, my friends, is diplomacy. Thank you. Wherever life takes you, Boston, Paris, Dubai, or that mysterious gap year you've been trying to sell your parents, carry those values with you. Be curious, be responsible, be someone your country would be proud to claim on international TV. And never forget, no matter how big your dreams, your mom will still call you to ask if you've eaten. To the parents, thank you for trusting us with your children. To my colleagues, thank you for guiding, mentoring, and believing in these students. And to the class of 25, thank you for your creativity, your spirit, and for always finding new and imaginative ways to ask for deadline extensions. It has been a privilege to be part of your story. As you leave today, remember the world awaits you, not just to follow your dreams, but to shape them with integrity, wisdom, and compassion. And wherever you go, know that you will always have a home here in the hearts of those who watched you grow. Mabrouk, congratulations, félicitations. May your journey ahead be as rich and inspiring as the time you've shared here. Thank you very much.
The valedictorian is given to the student with the highest rank among the graduating class. The student is also the winner of the Faculty Award for his hard work and humble approach to learning. Please help me welcome to the stage the class of 2025's valedictorian, Mehmet Topal.
Class of 2025, honored faculty, distinguished guests, respected families, and esteemed teachers. Good evening to you all. Thank you for being here. Now, this is the part of the ceremony where I'm supposed to say something final. Something about endings, about closure, about how far we've come. But lately, I've been thinking about something different. Not endings, but about beginnings. More specifically, I've been thinking about how to begin again. Now that phrase sounds simple, but it's harder than we realize. You see, most of us spent years chasing the thing that comes after and next. The next grade, the application after, the next fast approaching IA deadline, and what comes after we graduate. And now we're here, at the edge of whatever's supposed to come next. But we're not just moving forward, we're starting over, yet again. And that, ladies and gentlemen, takes something different. Because anyone can reach the finish line, not everyone, however, knows how to begin again. We hardly know how to begin again with humility, with openness, and with courage. Many of us do not know how to start something, let alone how to make it perfect. But I think we, this cohort of students gathered here today, does know a thing or two about beginnings. Why? Because we've done it before. We began again every time we failed a test and tried to do better. We began again after late night breakdowns and oh so stressful 11:59 p.m. deadlines. We began again when things inevitably got harder than we thought they would. And with every passing test of time, we did not falter, we did not break, and we did not merely recover. We grew stronger, more passionate, and hungrier for more. We learned to laugh as we struggled through the worst of group projects. We held each other during whatever that IB exam season was. And there were days when things looked bleak. I won't lie to you. We thought we couldn't do it, and then we battled on, unfazed and determined. We did it anyway. And maybe that's the real education. Learning how to be human in a place that kept telling us to try again. Now, admittedly, we didn't always know what we were doing, but we showed up anyways. And that's what mattered, and that's what still matters. And showing up again and again isn't always easy. Sometimes starting over can be difficult. Which brings me to a story, well, an apocryphal at best, about the eagle. So it is said that when the eagle reaches a certain age, its beak becomes too curved, its talons too dull, and its feathers too heavy to fly. Now at that point, it has a choice. 1, give in to decline, or 2, regrow. Now the committed eagle retreats into the mountains, breaks off its own beak, tears out its talons, and waits for them to regrow. It's painful, it's slow, and it's undignified, but in choosing that, it chooses to begin again. Now I know it's not a biology lesson, but I chose this story for a very important reason. Because it reminds us that beginning again is rarely graceful. It's uncomfortable. It asks us to let go of things we once depended on, even things that used to work, and to trust that what returns after the undoing, after the waiting, might just be stronger. And maybe that's the point, that the most meaningful kinds of growth often look like retreat. Not because we're quitting, but because we're preparing to return, with new strength, with the confidence that we've done the hard thing once and that we can do it again. And that's the kind of strength we'll need going forward. Because the world ahead won't always reward speed or polished finish. It'll ask different things of us. It'll ask whether we can return to ourselves, whether we can stay honest in uncertainty, whether we can begin again, not because we have to, but because we choose to. And if we can, it's because we were taught how. Our teachers stood beside us through thick and thin, helping us rebuild when things fell apart, to refocus when we lost clarity, and to restart again even when we didn't think we had it in us. They taught us to stop jumping and to take our time to think and ponder. They reminded us, often in small and unspoken ways, that beginning again isn't a failure, it's a skill. That starting over doesn't mean you're behind, it means you're willing. That ditching that first instinct, Mr. Hunter, and thinking a little more isn't necessarily a bad thing. Whether they were patiently walking us through a concept for the third time, making space for laughter on heavy days, or simply holding us to a higher standard when we wanted to quit, they shaped us. Not just in what we know, but in how we carry what we know. And for that, we owe more than we can name. Our families held our hand along the arduous trek of learning, making sure we were never felt alone and we were never dealing with things alone. Now I'm going to take the time to specifically thank some members of my family. To my sister, Betul, whom I can't seem to find in the crowd, so please raise your hand. Hello? You taught me what steadiness looks like, what it means to listen so fully that someone else finds clarity just by being around you. You are the most relentless. Now, I'll address you guys. She insisted that I use this word, relentless, instead of argumentative. The most principled and the most fiercely passionate person I know. You taught me that holding yourself to a higher standard is not necessarily arrogance, it's reverence. That faith and intellect, gentleness and fire can exist simultaneously. You reminded me, without ever saying it, that beginning again doesn't always require big gestures. Sometimes it just takes presence. Still, quiet presence. And you've been that steadiness for me, so I say thank you. And to my mother. And to my mother, you're the first teacher I ever had, and the one whose lessons stay closest. You taught me that intelligence isn't something to perform, it's something to protect. The clarity comes from stillness. The clarity comes from stillness, and that silence can be exact. And however frustrating at times, I found that the old tale about the strength of a mother's intuition is indeed correct. But on a more serious note, you showed me, not by saying it, but by living it, that to begin again well, you must begin with care. With you, I learned what that care looks like. And everything I carry forward from this day, as I begin again myself, begins with what you gave me. Thank you. And to the class of 2025, you'll hear that this is the start of the rest of your life. And to this, I say cap. Because while it sounds inspiring, it's also terrifying. So I'll offer something simpler to you instead. Whatever you do next, whether you soar, stall, or stumble, just remember, you are always allowed to begin again. Begin again with more grace, begin again with more clarity, and begin again with more of yourself than before. Because what matters most isn't how far we go or how fast, it's how we carry ourselves each time we start over. So, begin again and begin well. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to invite the current NHS members, NHS leadership, to join me to unveil the plaque for the class of 2025. Rashid Al-Ahmed, Lilia Adnani, Mia Bernisi, and Ikram Khaldi. Usually we have only the NHS president, but we have made the choice to have a teamwork for leadership in NHS, and that's why we have 4 on each side. I would like to invite all of you on stage for a tradition that we started long ago at CAS. Please join me on stage. All of you, current and former NHS leaders. The passing of the school flag from outgoing to incoming NHS leaders will mark the symbol for continually to strive for knowledge, understanding, and excellence. our flag to show high and pride. Give it to one of the leaders. This reminds us that while each class leaves its mark, the spirit of CAS endures. Thank you very much.
Okay, the moment we all came here for, the presentation of diplomas. It is our tradition at CAS that former and current members of the board be given the honor of personally presenting a diploma to their son or daughter. You'll notice that we have a few guests on stage for presenters tonight. We'd like to ask that parents and guests enjoy this event from their seats, take pictures and videos, and remember we have pictures and videos that we'll provide afterwards as well. All right, let's get going. I'll invite Mr. Simo Sarhan to the microphone, Mr. Burns, and Mr. Omar Lafora for the presentation of diplomas.
We am Aishor, graduating with athletic award, attending University College London, UK. Hussam Akhasi, University International in Rabat. Aliwi Omar, I would like to invite Ms. Sofia Amrani, our former board president, to join us on stage for Amrani Hassani Fuzia. Ladies and gentlemen, Karim Badinjki, attending University Batley University. Fadi Bagal, graduating with academic achievements. Mia Ben Musa, graduating with President Award, Excellence, Faculty Award, and Outstanding Academic Achievements, University College London, UK. Benani Rita, President Award of Excellence, Outstanding Academic Achievement, and Salutatorian. She is attending Barnard College in the US. I would like to invite the governor of Medina to join us to deliver the diploma for Walid bin Talib. Our next graduate is Miriam Bouassiria, attending McGill University. Our next graduate is Burawin Omar Adam. Bilal Shabani, with an outstanding academic achievement, i.e. University, Spain. Shawqi Hajar Malak, attending Parsons School of Design in the U.S. Our next graduate is Rania Shuhab. Aya Alberdei, Noor Alberdei, with outstanding academic achievement. Hey, can you join your sister? القادي محمد أمين. رانيا الوراق, graduating with Citizenship Award and Academic Achievement. Our next graduate is Khadija Fadil, graduating with Academic Achievement. Next is Fatima Zahra Finish, outstanding academic achievement, attending University of Virginia, U.S. Jacob Safa, University of Brighton, UK. Ladies and gentlemen, our next graduate is Jam'i Ghazlani Hamza. Alia Khibaj. Academic achievement. Kosal Ayman, graduating with President's Award and Academic Achievement. University of Sheffield Foundation, UK. Next graduate is Lilia Lahlou, graduating with academic achievement. I would like to invite Mr. Hisham Ghirbi for delivering the diploma to Alia Mghirbi. Miriam Mohamed, graduating with academic achievement. Mustahib Amir, Abdurrahman Muzahir, graduating with President's Award of Excellence, attending King's College, London, UK. Adam Murray, outstanding academic achievement, attending Case Western Reserve University in the US. Our next graduate is Najim Danya. Next is Habiba Nasrullah with the President's Award of Excellence, Outstanding Academic Achievement and Creativity Award. Habiba is attending University of Southern California, US. Next is Camille Nibras, attending University of Bristol, UK. Our next graduate is Lilia Ohdre. Ladies and gentlemen, Reda Dris Onjar, graduating with outstanding academic achievement, Northern University, US. Park Yishin, Berklee College of Music, US. Riyadi Mohammed Amin, Academic Achievement, City University, London, UK. I would like to ask Mr. Nabil Safiuddin, our former board member, to join us to deliver Safiuddin Nail's diploma. Our next graduate is Sofia Schoenberg. Kat Kamil is next, graduating with athletic award and outstanding academic achievement. Spiral Sarah, with the President's Award of Academic Achievement, attending McGill University, Canada. Our next graduate is Lina Tamani. Like to invite our former board member, Ms. Lina Tazi, to deliver Lina Tazi's diploma. Lina's graduating with the President's Award of Excellence, with the Anne Osman Award of Art, outstanding academic achievement, attending University of Leeds, UK. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome our valedictorian, Mehmet Topal. Valedictorian, President Award of Excellence, outstanding academic achievement and American citizenship. Bocciani University in Italy. Last but not least, Wang Xin Yang, known as Zail, for the President Award for Academic Achievement, attending Augusta College in the US.
has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me.
Save me.
It's a video. Such a weirdo, bro.
Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever?
The moment we're witnessing.
It drives you crazy, getting old. You're talking so good.
100! Yay.
Good luck, guys.
Hi, seniors. Hi. Class is 2025. She would be all the time.
Tattooing each other. Be like people. Don't be like people.
I'll see you guys in the graduation.
Immediately following the ceremony, we'd like to invite all of you to join the graduates in our reception area for appetizers and coffee. The tent will remain open for families to take pictures on the stage. There's also a photo booth outside for interested graduates. We'd like to thank so many people tonight for assisting with this production. Salma, Zainab, Zakaria, the IT team, Halima, Atika, Simo, Hiba, Amina, everybody, thank you so much for all your help for putting this on tonight. Graduates, please rise at this time. Mr. Burns, if you would join me at the podium, please. Mr. Burns, the members of this class have satisfactorily completed the course of study as prescribed by the Board of Governors at Casablanca American School.
Firstly, grade 12, this is my 18th graduation ceremony, which is kind of interesting thinking about your age and that timeline. But I've got to say this really honestly, your energy has made this the most fun graduation that I've been involved with. Firstly, congratulations. So it's my honour and pleasure as director to receive these students and to declare the 2025 senior class of the Casablanca American School officially graduated. You are now CAS ambassadors, and please remember, once a Cobra, always a Cobra. As a sign of your passage from students to graduates, I now ask you to turn your tassels from the right across to the left. It is with great pride and great pleasure that I present to you all the class of 2025.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sandpit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the